Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, well, I'm looking at this. This is The Crow from 1994. And before I go on, I'd just like to thank Sean. It's a film that he sent to me. Thank you so much. It's very generous of you to do that. And I've put a link into his channel in the description. Okay, thanks again, Sean. So this is 102 minutes long. Rotten Tomatoes give it 86%. A lot of critics really enjoyed it, but there's a lot surrounding, I think, what happened on this film, and which is very much part of, I think, of the way people look at this film. Now, the screenplay was by David J. Sean, who was really known, I think, for screenwriting Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 from 1990, also Critters 3, 1991, Critters 4, 1992, and the other one who did the writing with him was John Shirley, who sort of did a lot of TV series and TV episodes. And of course, this is based on the Crow comic book series by James O'Barr. And the budget of this film, it was $23 million, and it made, not surprisingly, at the box office, $94 million. It was, in all terms, a massive box office success. Now, it's directed by Alex Proyas. He was known for Dark City, 1998, which is an excellent one. I, Robot, 2004. Knowing, 2009, it's Nicolas Cage. Gods of Egypt, 2016. He also had very much a career directing music videos as well. Now, we better get into talking about the cast. The cast, of course, is headed by Brandon Lee, who plays Eric Draven, the Crow. We all know, I suppose, the tragic death that happened on set. It was an accident, a prop gun that killed him. It was a real sad accident. A lot of the scenes of the film had been completed. They had to do some rewrites on the script and use certain digital effects, and then they got it filmed. So obviously it's I think this overshadows the film. Of course, Brandon Lee's father, Bruce Lee, there's a whole thing there, and I think that very much influenced this film's outlook, the way we look at this film. Brandon Lee, this would have been a massive breakthrough film for him. Films that he'd been in previously was Showdown in Little Tokyo, 1991, which got a success, and Rapid Fire, 1992. So this would have been it was a big deal, this film, for him. And tragically, he died. But at least it completed a lot of the scenes. So that was important, I think, as a tribute to him. Now, the rest of the cast, we've got Rochelle Davis, who plays Sarah Moha. She was in Hell House 2009. Revenge of the Devil Bat 2020. What a film that sounds. Then we've got Michael Wincott, who plays Top Dollar, a villain and big villain in this. Who was born in Scarborough. By heck, we've got to get some Yorkshire connections somewhere. Yep, Scarborough. By heck, born there. His career goes back to 1979. Films that stand out: Ticket to Heaven, 1981. Born on the 4th of July, 1989. What a film that was. Wow. Also, The Doors, 1991. What a film. Wow, I mean, imagine that, the Jim Morrison one. Then he was in another great film that's well loved, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Kevin Costner one, 1991, that is. The Three Musketeers, 1993. Strange Days, a very underrated film from 1993. That is something, that film. Alien Resurrection, 1997. What a career. Hitchcock, the biography about Alfred Hitchcock, 2012. And in more recent years, Nope, which was a big hit. That's from 2022. Yeah. Wow. Ernie Hudson. He plays Sergeant Abbott. I probably pronounced that wrong. Yes. A face that you recognise. He's a great actor. I've seen him in all sorts of things. I think his career goes back to 1967. Ghostbusters. He's in that 1984. And The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. What a film that is, 1992. But I think the reason he's so recognisable is because he's appeared in just a lot of TV series and TV films. He's had a wonderful career. He's got just a fantastic career. Then we've got Bei Ling, who plays Micah. Her career goes back to 1984. She was in the quite popular Southland Tales from 2006. She was in Crank, Voltage, that's 2009, and also a film called Red Corner, which I should have mentioned earlier, 1997. Again, with her, it's a lot of TV series and TV films. I know she was in Lost, for instance, but it's just a massive amount of TV series. Now, I should have mentioned the locations. Really, it's a lot was done inside on the studios. The studios, well, that's where you would expect a lot of these effects had to be done. It's EU Screen Gems Studios is where a lot of this was done. All the interiors. You could see by the way the film is that they couldn't really have done it any other way for how they were doing it. And it is this comic book origins, I think, of this. There's a lot of factors involved, I think, about the way it's done. Now, the story, an outline of the story. We've got, it's about this guitarist, Eric Draven. He's in a band, he was. And him and his fiancée are murdered. Yes, that's how it's a tragic sort of romantic kind of tale in that sense. And they're murdered. And then a year later, he is brought back to life by the crow. There's kind of a legend involving this crow which taps on the grave and it brings him back. And he can therefore seek revenge against those who murdered him and his fiancée or partner. So that's what happens. This is what the film is about. It's kind of a gothic tale, you could say, and the film just carries on in that way, and it's what you expect, really. It just follows that kind of story that you know what you're going to get, and Brandon Lee is absolutely brilliant in what he does and what he's given. Though I think the script, could have been better because you don't really feel that emotionally involved with the characters as they try. But some of this could be the direction as well. I think the director sometimes shows his past, really, but the fact that he filmed so many music videos, the way it is, and it's dark all the time. It's like you do get this, you see it like with Gotham City often portrayed in Batman. It's all dark in the darkness. It's like the sun doesn't exist, even in the daytime. But there don't appear to be any daytime in this. And if there is, it's still blooming dark. You're thinking, right, it must be always raining there. They don't do it. That's what it is. It's blooming, it's dark, this film. The way it's shot, everything. It's trying to give that gothic look. But, it does, to me. Look at Hammer do gothic well, but that, you didn't feel that, did you? You didn't feel like you were in total darkness all the time. I know it's the style. I know people are going to say I'm being nitpicking because a lot of people love this film. And I enjoyed the film, but I didn't love it. No, I've got to be honest. But I think the film, because of the tragic events, what happened to Brandon Lee, really have given this film a bigger pull, I think, to it. People are fascinated by it more, and I think that's why it's loved more. I think it's got a high. But if I'm looking at it objectively, from me personally, I don't think the film's as good as it thinks it is. I really don't. I'm sorry to say that because I know that might be against the wind on everything, but it's just my, especially. There's no extras on this edition as well, so I've not even been swayed. But I've read as much as I can what people think about it, and that is the opinion. But I'll watch it again. I don't think it's a one-time watch, but I think I kind of expected more than what I got. I did. I expected a lot more, and I think the problem for me was those that have a visual sense of the way it's directed, but the script, maybe that is because it has come from a comic script, but I didn't feel emotional depth or anything in this. But so, what do you expect? True, but even Marvel, with their scripts, which come from comic books quite often, some of the earlier Marvel films, you could say had an emotional depth to it. Yes, there was some that weren't, but some did have some emotional depth and characterization as well in there, and you felt for the stories. But this, do I really bother that much about? I don't know. I don't feel that way. It's just me, maybe. Maybe it's just caught me on a certain way, but I've seen so many of this kind of style of films, and I kind of maybe expect more. Maybe I'm being unfair to it from that, expecting more from this. But just because something is popular and liked doesn't mean that I have to follow in that direction if I don't feel it like everybody else. But I know this film is loved a lot, and I don't know. I just didn't quite get the same from it as I thought I would. But there we are. So before I go, I'll show you this again. The cover's outstanding. But notice it's a bit dark, isn't it? The cover again. Yeah. I'll shine light on it. And there it is again. The back, the description of it. And inside we've got the disc. Just a normal silver disc here. But that's it, really. I can't really say anything more about it. Thank you, Sean, for sending it to me, and I will watch it again definitely, but I expected more than what I got, I think, from it. Yeah, that's it. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and we'll let you know when I put out these videos. Look in the playlist and you'll see all the kind of movies and TV series as I do, music. And if you like this video, please give it a like. And also, if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments, and I'll reply to everyone. And you can all go mad with me and say, Willie Bayek, what are you saying about this film? But that's it, really. All I gotta say is, I'll see thee again.